Hi book lovers, welcome back to my channel. I have some romance recommendations to share today. As you can see from this title, you already know what trope I'm gonna be doing. Because of some recent events in the music and football worlds, I wanted to share recommendations of some of my favorite celebrity romance books. I love a good celebrity romance, but I do feel like most of them are romances where one of the main characters is a celebrity and the other one is just a regular person. For today's video though, all of these books that I'll be mentioning, these are celebrity romances where all the main characters are some sort of celebrity. And yes, I am going to share some recommendations of some music star heroines and famous athlete heroes, as well as other kinds of celebrities like big Hollywood actors, some rock stars, big football and hockey players. So let's just get into it. Here are some of my favorite celebrity romances where both the main characters are famous people. Starting off with Superfan by Sarina Bowen. This has an athlete hero and a music star heroine. This book is book 7 in the Brooklyn Bruiser series, which is a whole sports romance series, but each book can be read as a standalone. It's a second chance romance where both the main characters first met 3 years ago before either of them became famous. They had a thing that didn't last because they both went on to chase their dreams, which obviously they succeeded because he is now a famous hockey player, a goalie in the NHL, and the heroine is a famous pop star. And then of all things to happen, they reunite because of a Twitter date, and as soon as they see each other again, it's like those 3 years between them never existed. Their chemistry is just as strong as it was when they first met, so it does get steamy between them. There's a bit of suspense here as well if you're a fan of that. It adds a little bit of drama to the story, but overall it's nothing too crazy. It's just a very sweet celebrity romance. The hero is so good to the heroine. He has always wanted her even throughout their separation. Like, his teammates know about his crush on her, but they don't know that he was actually with her before they became famous. But if you love a good hero who is totally gone for his heroine, you're gonna like this one. The whole Brooklyn Bruiser series is great. I do love it, but this one is the only one where it has, you know, a pop star heroine and an athlete hero. And then moving away from sports, but still in the whole celebrity realm, is Hate Crush by Angelina M. Lopez. I love the series that this is a part of, the Filthy Rich series, and the second book is a romance between a rock star hero and a princess heroine. They're both big celebrities, and when they get the romance, it is angsty second chance romance perfection. The hero screwed up big time when he broke up with the love of his life years ago, and he knows it. He broke the heroine's heart to pursue his music career, and he's regretted it ever since. Now, like a decade later, he gets his second chance romance with her. He gets to be back in her life, and he will do anything to make her love him again. Unfortunately for him though, she does still hate him for what he did to her, but she gets roped into a fake dating scheme with him. The princess and the rock star fake date for some good publicity, and like I said, it is so angsty. It's got so much good angst, and the hero is figuratively on his knees this entire book. The steam is amazing here too because of all the hate on her part, and he's just there wanting to worship her and let her use him up. It is so good, and if you love royal romances in general, the whole series is fantastic. Before I get into the rest of this video, I did want to share today's sponsor, which is Best Frenemies by Max Monroe. This is a brand new rom-com riot that hits all the right notes for fans of enemies to lovers. The two main characters, Katie and Mac, are teachers at the same private school, and they've also been arch enemies for the past 5 years. Now, these two are on spring break on vacation, but their getaway rental has been double booked, so their rental accidentally booked them in the same room. And since neither of them wants to give up their vacation, Katie has to find a way to put up with Mac, with the hot good time guy that she loves to hate, all while trying not to end up in jail during her vacation because of him. So these two are forced to room together, and of course there is the only one bed trope. If you love road trips, enemies to lovers, forced proximity, the only one bed trope, with a dirty talking hero and a laugh out loud happily ever after, please check out Best Frenemies by Max Monroe. I'll leave a link to it down below for you all to check it out. A big thank you to Max Monroe Hero for being today's sponsor, and back to the rest of this video. Next up, if you are in the holiday celebrity romance mood, I have A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. This is such a fun winter romance with the most interesting and hilarious setup. The heroine is an adult film slash porn star, so I'm still counting her as a celebrity in her own way. She's been trying to break out of the industry though, or at least break into other film industries, and she's just been cast in this very clean, squeaky clean, Hallmark-like Christmas movie. She goes by a different name though, so that the people who are working on this movie don't know what she actually does for a living and don't kick her off it. Her co-star is the hero, who is actually a childhood crush of hers because he was in this popular boy band back in the day that she absolutely loved and had posters of all over her bedroom, her childhood bedroom. So he's still famous, but just not as famous as he used to be, and he does need help with money, which is why he joins this Christmas movie. And the funny thing is that as soon as he sees the heroine, he instantly knows who she is because he absolutely has watched some of her spicy adult films, and he's also had his own crush on her because of them. So this romance has the most unique premise, and I had a lot of fun with it. I loved how it played out. I loved how it was a cute holiday read, but also had some good steam. It's just so silly and adorable and very entertaining. And then I'm recommending Make It Sweet by Kristen Callihan. This is another celebrity romance. The heroine is a famous actress and the hero is a former hockey player. It starts off with the heroine having just been killed off her popular fantasy show. It's like a Game of Thrones show. It killed off her character, so now she is out of work. She decides to take a break from the whole acting world, from Hollywood, and stay at this sort of getaway mansion that the hero's grandmother owns. The hero is this gorgeous and broody and very reclusive ex-hockey player, and the best thing about him is that he loves to bake. He bakes for the heroine without her even knowing. Like, she'll eat these amazing baked goods and has no idea that it was a hockey player who made them. He's a total grump, so if you love grumpy heroes, you'll love this guy. He's also feeling very broken after losing his hockey career because he doesn't know who he is anymore without hockey. So both of them are going through some things in their careers, but they are so sweet together. It's just very charming and heartwarming. I adored it. It's basically a celebrity romance that takes place away from the big spotlight because neither of these characters are currently like in the spotlight or interested in the fame at the moment. So for a more low-key romance, I would say definitely give this one a try. Another sort of actor celebrity romance that I have for this video is Act Like It by Lucy Parker. If you cannot get enough of the grumpy sunshine trope, then you have to read this celebrity romance. This book is set in the theater world with two very well-known actors. Well, the hero used to be very well-known, but his reputation has taken a hit because of his bad temper. Like, it's actually causing problems for him because ticket sales to this play that he's starring in have been down. So to fix this image, basically everyone in his life forces him to enter this fake dating relationship with the heroine, who is also his co-star in the play. She's known as London's sweetheart. She has the cleanest reputation in the acting world. These two are total opposites, but they are so cute together. They have great banter, great chemistry, and there's so much good forced proximity between them because not only do they have to pretend to be this loving fake boyfriend and girlfriend to the public, they're also around each other all the time for work. They literally can't get away from each other, but it's great. The romance is this really sweet slow burn, and it truly is grumpy sunshine heaven. My next recommendation is Double Time by Olivia Cunning. This is part of one of my all-time favorite rockstar romance series, the Sinners on Tour series, and I do recommend the whole series because it's hot and amazing, but for the sake of this video, I am just gonna recommend this fifth book because there's a rockstar hero, a rockstar heroine, and also a third guy because it's a menage romance. It's MMF, a threesome rockstar romance, and both the heroes are bi. The setup of this one is a little wild, and I do recommend you read the series in order, but at the same time, each book is about a different couple, so it's fine if you want to read each book as a standalone. So in this one, the heroine Reagan, I have to include the names because there's just too many people. Reagan is part of a female rock band, and she used to be in a relationship with Ethan, who is the other hero, the bodyguard hero, but during their relationship, he cheated on her with a man. He still loves her, he still wants her, but he also feels the need to be with men. The third guy in this relationship is Trey, who is part of the Sinners band, which is the band that the whole series is about. He is one of the guitarists. Trey has made a bit of a mess of his life because of his sexual antics and decides to give up his bi lifestyle. So he goes all in with his relationship with Reagan. Like, he tries so hard to be monogamous, even though that is not who he is. But then the two guys meet, Trey and Ethan meet, and sparks do fly between them. They want each other and they also want Reagan, so cue the threesome. The spice gets wild here like the rest of the series, but I did think that this fifth book was the hottest out of the whole series. Olivia Cunning just writes the best rockstar romances. I love this book. I love this whole series. If you haven't read it yet, I highly, highly recommend it. And then the final recommendation that I have is a romance between a football player hero and a rockstar heroine. Okay, I have no idea why I never actually said the title of this book while I was filming this, but it's called Zip Zero Zilch by Tammy Faulkner. This is probably the closest romance that I could find that resembled the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift thing, but it's also not exactly the same either. So this is book 6 in the Reed Brothers series, and this hero is the last brother in the series to get his romance. It's not the final book in the series though, because there are more books about the heroine's band. The hero is a professional football player, but he's currently not playing because of an injury, and he's also reevaluating his life at the moment. And while all this is happening, he is trying to get a rock star to fall back in love with him. He's wanted the heroine since he first met her. She is part of this all-female rock band. She's the drummer, and she's also terrified of being with the hero because of her past trauma. He is so sweet and good to her though. Like, he slowly gets her to open up to him. Both of them have been through some rough things in their past, but they are so sweet together. But yeah, if for some reason you happen to want to read a romance about a football player falling in love with a musician, then this is the book for you. And that's it for some of my favorite celebrity romances where both the main characters are famous. If you have any of your recommendations for some good celebrity romances, please let me know. I do have a bunch of other favorite celebrity romances, but the more typical ones where one of them is famous and the other one is just a regular person. So if you want those recommendations from me, let me know as well. As always, links to all the books that I mentioned will be down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!